What up, y'all? This is Mike the Philosopher. I'm here with another one. Y'all know what this is. This is the Never, Ever, Ever, Ever Mets Until Now and All Hell Is Gonna Break Loose show. Okay? I'll put a little bit on it, but it's about right. It's probably more accurate than the real name. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. This is episode 6. Let's go in.
Today, we are going to practice building trust with your partner.
I do desire physical intimacy with Jody.
Are we supposed to be continuing to other activities, like
Doing something else?
I don't think so.
At this point, I'm kind of doubting our relationship.
I'm hungry.
Last night, Diamond, she was steaming.
All the dudes, they're fake. When I said all the dudes was talking, you didn't even say nothing.
Excuse me, I'm gonna make this clear right now. Why Diamond is in here. I think everybody in here is cool, but when she came in here and said that everybody had been talking about you, true to the fact, everybody talked about you. Everybody.
I never spoke bad about her, and I will never speak bad about her. That's one of my favorite people in the house.
I don't give a
Okay.
You have never said good about the woman sitting right here. That's the woman you need to be focused on, not another woman. You're being a bitch.
Her sister's coming today.
It's like you made up your mind before you even got to know him.
And that's because you dipped where you shouldn't have dipped
No,
at.
I dipped the way I need to dip with
But you need to dip the out. Bitch! Don't worry about it.
Me with your ragged ass children too.
You said something about my children? Come on, man. You bitch!
Why would you bring the children into it? Like, what did they do? Why? This is why I feel like her sister was just evil, man. Just evil. There is no reason to bring innocent children into this. She wanted to say what she wanted to say to hurt this guy. Now, he did say she had a butt face. Face of a butt, and she ugly. But she walked into the house. Like, I honestly feel like if she would have been cordial, Aaron would have been cordial. But she came in there, she hadn't even set eyes on him, and was talking as greasy as she could about this brother. So it's hard for me to say, oh, he's all the way in the wrong. He shouldn't have did what he did. Yeah, he's not going to take people disrespecting him. And, you know, and all she had was negative stuff to say, and she's trying to break them up. Like, he ain't the one. This, that, and the third. She just came in evil to me. She came in evil. And talked about his mama, his daddy, his children. And that's when he like, you said something about my kids? A lot of people won't take you saying anything about their mother and their daddy, let alone their kids. So she I almost feel like this is a effort for her to try and tick him off enough, almost like it's a test to tick him off enough so that Diamond can see a different side of him. This is a bit of a trick that women do on men, especially the girls, man. I'm a test this dude for you, okay? I'm a test where the boundaries are. But I don't really think she liked Aaron in the first place. And she just came off as evil, just a hater. Like, you should be more concerned with Diamond's happiness, okay? If she kind of remind me of Aunt Esther, I'm not gonna hold you, from Sanford and Son. But I don't know why. She got that Aunt Esther energy, I guess. But just a hater, man. Just a hater. Anyway, let's go in.
You bitch!
You too, bitch. Aaron, you too.
outside?
Son of a bitch. You and your mammy could kiss my ass.
What the is going on? I am so lost.
Aaron and Diamond's sister are going back and forth is crazy and very disrespectful.
No drama, all peace,
all peace. To peace.
and getting what we came here for. Thank you.
She in there telling her what I can't take care of.
Right.
You talking to me and you don't know me.
So
Don't know
about
what kind of job I got. She don't know what kind of career I got. She don't know nothing about me. But yet she's sitting in there telling her she can do better.
Both of y'all was wrong. Y'all didn't even have to say
because
that.
I did not yell at him. Now all that name calling it because I want to with that. So guess what? If he'll stand up there and think he can swallow with me and I'll fight for fun, what you think he'll do to you if he got mad with you?
I told you this. I haven't seen this before. I told you it was a test. It was a test. If he'll get this way with me, what you think he gonna do with you? Girl, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm warning you about. I'm trying to save you from this. Us as a black community, we need to stop with the crab in the barrel, misery loves company bull. Okay? We need to stop that. It ain't your job to test her man. It ain't your job to disrespect her man. You hadn't even met him up until then. And you ain't got nothing good to say about a person you haven't even met? What, because of y'all beef on social media? I'm sure you was talking greasy on social media too. Now let's address something. Let's address the elephant in the room. A viewer of mine said, look, I don't blame her because she was probably the one that she was the shoulder that Diamond was crying on when he proposed to another woman. I get that, right? So she had the brunt of seeing her sister's pain, and it made her angry of seeing Diamond's pain from his actions. So that's why she got so much animosity. Again, I get it. However, okay, at the same time, some people just want to, they just want to be negative. They just want to be, look, you got to look at it like this. This brother never met Diamond, okay? They were together for, what, 3 to 5 years? Something like that. His girl, his ex-girl, he met. He was in the same city with his ex-girl, so he did propose to her. At this point, Diamond is just a internet chick that he would like to get with, but she turned into fantasy. So he proposed to another woman because he knew the other woman was real. Up until that point, she was a fantasy. So now that he's met her, now he wants her. I guess what I'm saying is this. I understand that Diamond feelings was hurt, and I understand her sister was there to get her back. But at the same time, they got to understand the circumstances. It wasn't necessarily a real relationship. This is not a person that he met in person and he was with Diamond and he was, there were a couple together every day. No, she was still a fantasy. This is why if you get serious with somebody online, it's best to meet them right away instead of waiting 3 to 5 years. Okay? Especially if it's somebody you like. But my point in saying all of that is there should not be so much animosity because she was a fantasy chick. They wasn't a real relationship. And who the hell knows what Diamond was doing in this time? You think Diamond gonna talk about that stuff? She was probably entertaining other guys too. But it never gets brought up. I refuse to believe she was just being innocent, just waiting on Aaron. Bull. Okay, if you met Aaron online, you probably met some other guys online and you was entertaining them too, but that ain't gonna get brought up. But that's my point. Relax with the expectations. Relax with the expectations because they were not officially together. But now that they are, you should give it a chance instead of coming in with all this negativity, looking like Aunt Esther. With all this attitude, talking about you have beat up men and all this other stuff. What? Let's go in.
Ain't no real man gonna sit down and argue with no woman.
I never saw him like that before. He was a whole totally different person, but I don't even know what to say.
The seed of doubt. It worked. This is what I'm talking. I have not seen this before. The seed of doubt. She put it in her sister's head. It was a test. Aaron failed it. He flipped off. Now he got Diamond thinking that he's some loose cannon. When she created the dog on the leash. Okay, watch the other episode about that if you haven't seen it already. Let's go.
What to do right now?
I done came into some mess, some drama already. It ain't been 15 minutes.
I want to meet your sister.
Girl, no you don't.
Okay, never mind.
If she's gonna have her in her life,
I'm not thinking about that damn girl.
man, you think she jealous of her?
Yeah, I think she jealous. Yeah, look at her.
You want to jump on my sister?
I don't hit women, nor do I hit men for that case. When have you ever seen me fight?
It's been a long, long time.
When you gonna sit there and talk about my children, I'm gonna come and tell you about yourself. If we're gonna argue amongst each other and I'm gonna call you names, you can call me names, stick right there. Don't go to nobody else.
Right.
I'm not gonna talk about your mom. Let's talk about somebody we both don't know, like your daddy. Who is he? Cause that's what she acting like.
If that's so easy for you to come out and say that, you could say that to me.
Diamond, listen to me. I would never call you that, I promise you. That's not my character.
You just came in and just started going off. I told you I was gonna handle that.
She spoke to him, gave him a handshake, and then cut her ass at me. If looks could kill, I would have been dead right there on that floor. So the thing started right then. Then I turn around and try to give her some type of...
Hold on, Aaron. Irene.
I don't know what to say.
Where is you going?
I'm ready to go. Have at it.
Where is you going?
Any man, if he could jump at a woman and he get mad, because he came all the way around.
First of all, he wasn't gonna touch you. I said, was you gonna jump on my sister? He said no.
He lied. That's bull.
You think I'm gonna let him touch you?
It doesn't matter. I will him up. Don't you know that?
Diamond, let me talk to your sister. Come on, just go inside for a second.
Him. And the boat he rode up on.
Millie, you come up here too.
Okay.
Go check on Diamond. Yeah, go check on your girl, man.
Woo. Do you feel like what she's saying is true? No. But she does respect you and love you, to be honest, right? And when someone's honest, it hurts. That's the part. Especially when they're close to you. So I get that part too.
I hope they'll be okay though, deadass. Because even though we just got into it, I don't never wish bad on nobody.
Yeah.
So how's the tension here, the rest of the tension
Terrible.
in this house? It's terrible.
Thank you for asking.
Even siblings argue and fight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, as long as it's in love at the end of the day.
All right, now let me speak on it a little bit during this break. Her sister is totally out of order. Not only is she throwing ridiculous hate, and she did everything she could to provoke a response, now she's going to demonize him for responding. This is the trap that a lot of men fall into with a lot of manipulative women. And I'm not saying it's the opposite way. I'm saying I'm a guy. This is what my experience, what I've seen. A lot of women will manipulate their way into turning into a victim. Okay? Oh well, look, if he did that, oh he was gonna try to raise up on me. And you know, I fight men. You don't know that by now? Like, I'll fight a man. Like, enough to throw the seed of doubt in Diamond's mind. And that's what it did. It threw the seed of doubt in her mind to the point where her manipulation tactic practically worked. And now she's going to leave. She's going to leave early. More manipulating. Oh, my sister is leaving. Oh, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm gone. Maybe she didn't feel safe after that. I get that too. But she said she'll fight a man. No problem. And she should know that by now. I have not seen so much hatred from somebody who never met a person up until then. I haven't seen it. They have so much hate for someone they've never met. Again, somebody said, you know, it's because she's seen the pain in Diamond when he proposed to somebody. It got to be more than that. It got to be more than that. That her hate for this guy has to go deeper than just that. Her hate for this guy is probably because she's jealous that like somebody mentioned it. I mentioned that in the last episode. I don't want you to get a man before me. That was one of them. The other was, I don't want you to get a man before me, or I don't. What was the other one? There was another reason why I said that she didn't want this to happen. Crabs in the barrel. She's either jealous or misery loves company. It's one of those reasons. I'd be interested to know if her sister got a man. Some women just don't like men, especially sisters. They just don't like men. Especially brothers. Okay? And look, don't invite your sister to the wedding. Go, if you're going to be with Aaron, be with Aaron. Don't invite your sister to the, don't invite your sister to nothing. Okay? She don't even care about your happiness, Diamond. She don't. She only care about what she care about. And that's him kissing her ass. That's not him making you happy. It's him kissing her ass. Don't get a man before me. That's her whole mentality. Or just don't get a man, period. I don't want you to have a man come between our relationship because I'm lonely. So since I'm lonely, I need you and my relationship to stay the same because I'm comfortable the way things are now. Don't go and change things and get a man because he's going to come between us. And her sister is super scared of that. Super scared of that. Listen, get your man, get married. Don't invite your sister. Let's go in.
So since you and him can't sit down and talk, I just asked you to be there for me.
I'm gonna be there for you.
All right.
I'm gonna be right there.
Give me a hug. Sis, I love you. I love you too.
You've been knowing me 5 years, have you not? And my mind was dead set on being nice to her. But as I walked in this room, all I could hear her was telling you, you can do better. I'm looking at Diamond's face, and Diamond has a look of hurt. I'm worried at this point of whose side she's gonna really take. And I'm hoping that Diamond is going to see this my way. I feel bad about the way I reacted. That's somebody that you care about. It shouldn't have happened. I was wrong. I apologize. My focus is on you because I love you. Not only love, I'm in love with you. That's the difference. And guess what? All hearts and minds has changed on down the line. So it's not out the question that her and I at some point in time is gonna cross paths again. Hopefully that path is crossed on a different note.
So I'm glad Aaron came to apologize. That does not excuse him for his behavior, but I'm glad he find himself accountable because it takes a bigger person to do that. And now we can move forward.
All right, brother.
I do think that one thing I give props to Aaron on is he pull out no stops to impress this woman. Okay, he pull out no stops to impress this woman. He will look like a bully. He will look like an ass. He will apologize. He will, say, look, maybe we can mend things up with your sister later. He pull out no stops to impress Diamond. He really, and he said he's in love with her. He's caught between being a dog on a leash and a dog that's being, caged up, because whatever you want me to do, Massa, I'll do. That's kind of how he was moving with Diamond. If that's how he do relationships, and if that's what the dynamic that he want, because Diamond clearly has emotional control over Aaron. Okay, that's the part I don't like as a guy, because I'm not saying that relationship can't work, but you as a guy can really get manipulated very easy if you're working that hard to please this woman and you're not setting on your own standards as a guy, as a man, then she can run you. She can run you. Ever since she called you fake, you took that and you ran with it. Ever since I know this is hard for Diamond. Don't get me wrong. She's in between two people that she really care about and possibly even love, right? So I'm not necessarily blaming her for this outburst so much. Like I said, I gave her 20% of the blame because she got a dog on a leash. And she knew her sister wasn't rocking with him. So out of all the family members, I don't know why she invited her sister. That's bonehead. Like, she should have invited somebody else. Maybe even her daughter would have been better, even though her daughter don't like Aaron. But I'm really on the fence with this guy, Aaron, because I really see what he's doing to please this woman, but I also see that he could easily end up being a pawn with this woman, and she can easily mentally manipulate him. But we'll see how things go. He has done some things wrong, and I see him doing all he can to right those things. But be careful with promising her the world is all I'm saying, because at some point you're gonna let her down, or she's really gonna manipulate you, and I don't know. It's just I'm a very masculine guy too, so I don't take too kindly to being mentally manipulated. I'll listen to my woman, but I have my own set of standards, my own set of ground rules that I work on, and yours are not going to offset my own standards I made for myself as a man. If would I have apologized for that situation, I would have apologized, because and this is why I can't necessarily be that mad at Aaron, but I'm seeing a pattern is what I'm saying, and I wouldn't be in that pattern. So the first thing, when she called him fake and all that, I wouldn't have fell for that, because I know as a man I'm not fake. So I wouldn't have fell for that mental trick, okay? But in this situation, I would have done the same thing as Aaron. I would have apologized for my outbursts and things like that. But, you know, he was triggered, you know. But, so I understand everything he did in this situation. I just don't, it's funny outside looking in, seeing the patterns that certain people fall into. I just see Aaron falling into a pattern of being manipulated by Diamond down the line a little bit. But I can't be necessarily mad at him for this situation. Let's go back in.
Not damn near.
Wait, are these not washed?
No, open it, press the button.
Me and Cynthia, the sexual tension is at an all-time high. She's giving me the sexy look, the little twinkle in the eyes. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower.
I'm about to go take a. What's that pound?
Let me pound your butt. We need to do certain things that I've been wanting to do to her for a long time. The only problem is that the boom boom room is always taken, and Aaron is sleeping right next to me and Sandia. I have to find a way to get us some privacy. Aaron, get my turn around. Stubborn.
Sleeping with this heavenly.
It's provocative purple. That's why I like it. This whole experience is wild.
No, it's quite a little experiment.
But here's the thing too, like I don't explain myself to people that are hell-bent on misunderstanding me. I could sit here and say I'm mixed about affection because of the sexual abuse that I went through. Everybody want to say, well, why this, why that? Why the am I explaining that to you? It don't matter. Like, whatever I do, I face it head on. Like,
We don't need to make nobody else's business our business, though.
yeah,
That's my thing.
it's wild though.
Fellas. What's up, man?
Some people might understand that. Yeah, I get it, girl. I don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You got to explain it to Aaron. That's your partner. Why wouldn't you want him to understand that? It's almost a way of saying, Aaron, I'm not going to even talk about it with you without saying it directly like that, because she's letting him know she don't want to talk about it even with him. She don't even want to spend time with the dude. I'm not sure why this chick is on the show, because she is so far from being ready to settle down with someone. She still shows signs of trauma. Yeah, that did happen to you, and everybody is sorry for that. What is the work that you've done to get past that? That would be my question. What is the work that you've done? Are you in therapy? If you're in therapy, how do you see it getting better? If I'm Aaron, I'm like, now, okay, so here's the thing. One thing she did say was pretty key. She said that she don't want to get too close to Aaron because as soon as she smash him, she'll get bored. This is when I said, okay, ladies, this is why men care about body count. Okay, this is why men care about body count. I know to women it don't seem that important, and I get it. But pair bonding for a woman who got a high body count, Jody is the example of a woman with a high body count and how she has such a difficult time pair bonding with a guy. She know once they get in the sack, she'll lose all interest in this guy. But what she don't know is that if she don't get in the sack, he's going to lose all interest in her. He's starting already. So she got to talk about this. She got to give this guy some understanding. All of this, why the F would I talk about this with somebody else and all this other stuff? Look, you got to talk about that with your partner. Okay? You got to help him understand, because right now you seem closed off. You don't seem very intimate. You seem like you're okay, so you're a sexologist and I don't get to smash once? Like, and you got to make it make sense for him, at least. You got to make it make sense for him. But this is why men care about body counts, because this is how women act when they have a high body count. It's so hard for them to pair bond. It's so hard for them to pair bond. It's a fact, ladies. Believe it or not, it's a fact. Pair bonding is a real thing. And this so-called sexologist, she got, I'm sure her body count is through the roof, and it's so hard for her to pair bond because of it. Let's go in.
Yes, sir.
It is freezing. I had to throw on my girl's jacket.
You got on the mongoose?
That is tight. But it's cold as hell out here. I ain't gonna come shake out here with y'all.
What are you doing right now, Big C?
I'm
you
cool.
got a little time?
Yeah,
so if I
time.
get meals at any time, do you guys want to just have a talk?
Of course. Whenever you're ready, man. Whenever she's ready, you're ready, I'm here, bro. Yeah, I'm here.
I'll call and see what the deal is, man.
So Greg asked me to have a sit down with Millie and try to rectify things with what transpired yesterday. I'm not gonna argue with a woman.
Stop being fake! Stop being fake! You're being bitch! You pointed at me! Don't point to me if you don't want me to say the truth.
I know where this is probably going to go, but, out of respect for Greg, I said, okay, we can talk. So what happened the other night with us, right? Do you feel like that was necessary?
Yes, it was.
It was? Okay. In the process of it, you called me the B word.
Yes, I did.
Listen, my thing is that, look, we fight, we all fight, but I just don't want us to disrespect each other, especially not call each other names.
So this is how I viewed what was going on. You look at Josh, have I ever said anything about Jody, Josh? Then you go to Greg, have I ever said anything? Then I'm sitting right here and you're like, Millie, now you don't want me to talk no more. You just told me to talk, now you don't want me to talk now. You see what I'm saying? You embarrassed me. I called you a B because you didn't want to talk to me after I was gonna tell the truth. You dissed me, so I dissed you back. You called me a B. That's how I feel.
Nah, Millie. That's not how this works. Just because he called you to talk or whatever, that don't mean he called you a B. That's not the equivalent. I have to take Chris' side on this. Listen, we can have a disagreement, but I don't want us to get disrespectful with each other, okay? Don't make up stuff and then this is what I was talking about, man. It's like men have so many filters. Women don't have no fucking filter. Women say whatever the hell they want to say. They call a man a B. It's like, I haven't heard one guy, maybe except Dominique, but he got off the show because of it. No other guy is openly disrespecting. Well, Aaron got hot, but with a woman who wasn't on the show, with Diamond's sister. But my point is, you don't just get to call men all kind of, like I said, those are fighting words with other men. Ladies, you got to stop doing this and being openly disrespectful. She knows she's covered. That's what it is. She knows she's covered with the show, the producers, Greg, the other people in the house. She knows she's covered, so she can be openly disrespectful and make up a reason as to justifies why she did it. No, that's not how this works. I ain't rocking with Chris, but in this case, I am rocking with him. Because I agree 100% with what he said. Look, we could talk, but let's be disrespectful. And then she made up some reason as to why she was considered a bitch, so she called him one. Like, no, that's not how this works at all. Don't start making stuff up to justify what you did. And why don't you acknowledge what he said? Why can't you just say, okay, yeah, I agree with you. We shouldn't be disrespectful. But no, she want to make up an excuse as to why she did it. No, Millie. No. Let's go in.
I'm talking to her very calmly. Soon as she opens her mouth, it's like up here already. To me, you're raising your voice.
I wasn't raising my voice. You talk to Sandia like that, okay? She's a woman that may be a little quiet. You can do that to her, but you can't do that to me if you ask me something.
All right.
I'm not gonna let no one just say you can speak now, you can.
All right, well, it's a good talk.
I called you another beach. I just called you a beach now.
But listen, though.
No, because you're deflecting.
I can
You know
get,
what you
no, I'm
do?
not deflecting. I
Chris,
can
you're trying
get to
to
the
lead
level.
the truth again. I have a problem with men that try to belittle women and who can't take accountability for their actions. Chris is really showing his true colors and is pissing me off.
What truth?
Hold the truth.
I never called
that
you.
you ain't
Call.
and you won't sit here and be a man and say I ain't. Look at you walking away like a bitch again.
She just calls me a bitch again. That's complete disrespect. I'm not going to sit here and let you disrespect me in any way, shape, or form.
Yo, shut your stupid
You're
ass
afraid of a
up.
girl like me. You could never have a woman like me, sweetheart. Keep on going to weak bitches, but
See?
when you sit
She
with a
called
woman
me a
like
bitch
me,
again.
you can never sit with a woman like me. Period.
Totally out of order, Millie. Not only did you insult him and call him a bitch, but you insulted Zendaya, called her a weak bitch. Totally out of order. I don't blame Chris for walking away. Again, I haven't seen this before, so I'm a little taken back. You know, Greg set this up. Why don't you talk to Millie, clear the air? She ain't ready to be respectful. I don't rock with a whole lot of stuff that Chris do, but I don't blame him a bit in this situation. Millie is totally out of order, totally disrespectful. And all she wanted to do is tell him about himself. Okay, he's not gonna overtalk her. If he get disrespectful, now it's a whole problem. So if this ain't gonna be a valuable talk where we can mutually respect each other, I don't need to be around you. I'm very disappointed in Millie in this moment. Let's go in.
Jody's career is actually being a sexologist.
That's interesting.
But honestly, it's slightly intimidating.
You gotta talk to your girl so you could.
Oh my God, is this an intervention right now? What the hell?
I've got my own traumatic experiences. I've never spoken to anybody about this because it's something that, you know, you kind of purge from your mind.
Tell me a little bit about your trauma.
What happened, bro? I'm talking to her in a normal manner, and she's like, see, you're leaving because you're a bitch. I'm like, because you're calling me a bitch as I'm sitting there. And I told you I don't want to get loud with you because I want to respect your man.
He can't take the truth.
What's the truth?
That you ain't you are egotistical.
I'm not
you are. And you to me you're not. To me, you're short.
But I don't
You're
give a who you
you're
are.
small.
I don't
You're
give
small.
So you see my you see my
heard it was.
You heard it was
But
small.
I heard it was, and guess who said it too?
What is wrong with this girl?
You can never have a woman like
You're
me.
ugly.
'Cause I don't like
You're the fakest. You're the fakest one in this house.
I'm the fakest.
You're the fakest because you're
looking
fake.
in the mirror,
You're
bitch.
fake. I
You're
was
looking
trying to
in the
respect
mirror.
you.
You're looking
You
in
keep
the
calling
mirror.
me a
That's your
bitch.
man.
Show me your bank account. Show me your bank account. Show me your bank account. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where the you at?
You met your man.
You at?
Now see there, once he gets into it, now the whole house got to pull him away. This is what I'm talking about. This is why once a man let go of his filter, it's all kind of problems. It's drama. It don't matter if it's a woman, if it's a man. When a man loses his filter, everybody got a problem with it all of a sudden. But the women oftentimes can pop off. I'm not saying that they not holding her back. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Is this Diamond? Is her track off that much? Damn, wait a minute. You see her hair? What the hell is going on there? But anyway, Millie is totally out of order. I don't blame Chris at all. He had to respond in some kind of way. He did the right thing. He went to her man. Dude, I tried to work it out, but she being openly disrespectful. Then it gets to a point where it's like, look, I'm not going to continue to be disrespected. Again, I don't necessarily disagree with everything that Millie is saying about Chris. He do need to do better. But she tried to shame this guy in every kind of way. Oh yeah, that's why your D is little. And guess who told me it was little? And like, he like, what? Like, what are you talking? Like, she's trying to belittle this guy in any kind of way, shape, and form. And at that point, you ain't got to be respect. All the fellas, a woman want to be that disrespectful, you ain't got to continue to be respectful to her. I'll tell that to any guy. It's only so much a man can take, okay? And I didn't see him openly being disrespectful to her from the beginning, so I can't lean on him this time. He did practically everything right in the beginning, and if you want a response, you're going to get a response. Same thing with Aaron and Diamond's sister. You want a response from me, you're going to get one. What is all this disrespecting the men all the time? This is what. I'm not saying the guys are perfect. They make they mistakes, or they're imperfect and they show their imperfection, but they don't openly disrespect other women, especially women who are not associated with their situation. He ain't openly disrespect. Just because he pointed to her to answer a question, did I ever disrespect Jody? Stop twisting that into me calling you a bitch. That's ridiculous. And then Diamond's sister popping off. All these sisters with no filter, talking greasy, and then they expect the guy not to respond. Is just ridiculous to me. So I ain't gonna hold Chris on this. Millie, totally out of order. Let's go back in.
Charm, what the is wrong with this slut, man? Don't try me.
Slut! Millie.
I called her a slut. Obviously, I didn't want to do that, but she got me out of character.
What happened?
I have no idea.
What?
I am shocked how Chris is reacting in this situation, and it makes me wonder, like, what is the real beef between those two? Chris even brought up her bank account. I'm not really sure what they had to do with anything.
I'm just so glad that finally somebody else carried the mother out the room. Thank you, Aaron.
Chris, what happened?
I was trying to talk to her in a normal fashion, and your girl started calling me a bitch right in front of my face.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful, man.
He asked about the B word, and I said, did you want me to explain why I said it?
Yeah.
And then I told him he doesn't agree with it, so it is what it is.
But like that, we can disagree on it and still keep our heads, right?
He doesn't want to talk after that. After he shut down? Yeah, he shut down and he didn't hold himself accountable. That's the issue. Okay. And then you want to walk away like a bitch.
Yeah.
That's why I said that again.
I don't particularly understand why Millie continues to be combative. I'm just like, what am I not getting?
Greg was the one that asked you to talk to her. Now you're gonna have to talk to Greg because,
I'm not gonna tell Greg to talk to her. I am no longer talking to that girl, period. We are officially enemies, and I don't want nothing to do with that girl, because I sat there and I talked to this girl in the most respectful fashion possible. When you call me a bitch again, there's so many times you could call me a bitch.
Well, obviously, the bitch word comes easy for her.
Yeah.
So I really hope she stopped, because that's not a word to play with.
Yeah.
That has to be a reason.
Like I said, that's a fighting words with other guys. You don't. And Aaron is right about that. So, ladies, why this emasculating of the men, talking about their mama, their daddy, their children, calling them bitches, all of this other stuff, trying to tear men down all of the time. It's only so much a man can take, for real. This is a guy speaking, and I ain't saying it's the reverse or whatever. I'm talking. Look, women don't have the filter. Men have the filter. So y'all don't understand. These are fighting words with other men. If you want a response, you're gonna get one. But don't play victim once you get one. Now, Millie was very unapologetic when she was talking to Greg. Oh yeah, he was, and he walked away like a bitch, and he was acting like one, so I called him one. And Greg is like, I don't understand why you so combative with another dude. Like, I don't get it. Why you so worried about how? I don't like men who don't take accountability. It ain't your fucking business. It really ain't. You know, she got this warrior in her, and maybe she's overcompensating because of some things that happened to her in the past. I don't know. So she want to be on offense all of the time instead of sort of being on defense. She want to be on offense, and guys she see as a certain type of way. She want to make sure she's let them know she ain't afraid of them or whatever. I don't know what it is. Maybe Chris looked like the guy that, I don't know. I'm just saying it's more to it than that. And she got this venom for this guy. I get it. He's a greaseball, but it ain't your place to correct him. Everybody should be moving like Josh and Shay at this point. It's the only sane couple that's in the house for the most part. Let's go in.
When a woman don't like you so much when they don't know you, it's probably because they think you look good.
Well, maybe she called you a bitch because you got on that jacket.
Well,
Can't everybody just get along?
Every woman, he don't want them to speak. You don't want me to say the truth, and now you're afraid.
He let me speak. Nah.
He let you speak, so how come he wouldn't let me speak?
But he did say he let you speak though. You just were yelling and not speaking out of turn.
No, that's not what
I know that for sure. He doesn't like.
He was gonna keep going on and on and on. And what he wanted to do is not have me say nothing, and he wanted to get up and walk away.
He walks away because he's not gonna disrespect you. That's what he does. He doesn't like disrespecting women.
Me too.
One thing I do not like though is when you guys are calling out names. Because it's something I've never done to anybody and I wouldn't want nobody to do to me, so.
You know, it's about respect. She's wrong for screaming and calling him a bitch and all that. You know, even if you're trying to get your point out, just be respectful about it.
You can have a conversation. If he's yelling, yeah, you yelling. If he's not calling you names, don't call out anybody's names.
I agree. Zendaya, I love this chick. Zendaya. You dope, okay? Here's the thing. Greg pulled you to the side, Chris, because he wanted y'all to squash whatever disagreement. You would think, if you're Chris, that she is ready to come to the table with a level of decorum and respect. But that didn't happen. So it's very, it's weird for someone to pull you to the side and say, look, how about we squash things with Millie? How about we squash things? If she is that level of disrespectful, like, why even pull Chris to the side? If she not ready, she not ready. Clearly she not ready to have a constructive conversation with him. She just wanted to tell him about himself. Did you put Greg up to that? Like, bring that nigga to me so I can just rip him a new one. Like, that don't really make sense to me. Why would you even want to have a conversation with Chris if you're not ready to come with a level of decorum and respect and mutual respect and, you know, things like that? I don't say you gotta agree on everything or be on the same page. That's why y'all want to talk things out. But at least say, let's get to the bottom of this so we can solve this and have a mutual understanding. And do it in a respectful way. Don't nobody want to be pulled to the side just to argue with somebody. I don't want to do that. Anyway, Zendaya, you're absolutely right, sweetheart. Let's go.
I said I would apologize for it, but he didn't give me room at that table to apologize for it.
Oh, stop. Stop it, Millie.
I'm really excited for my dad to meet Jody and the rest of y'all. Tonight, Jody's best friend is coming, my dad is coming, and it is an exciting time in the house, for us at least. Oh, damn. Hey, yo, what's up? I don't
look like his brother, man. Instead of his father. That's dope.
I don't have any blood relatives besides my son in Atlanta, so anytime I see my dad, it's dope. Meeting Jody has been intriguing.
Jody's career is actually being a sexologist.
That's interesting. What do you think about that?
It's sexy, but honestly, it's slightly intimidating.
It's intimidating?
A little bit.
For the Mac man?
I'm extremely comfortable with my father, and I always felt comfortable with being able to tell him whatever. Even when I was a teenager and I really first started becoming very active, he already knew what was going on. But also, you know, I knew never to have him up.
What if I smash tonight and I don't hit the mark? I've never thought about that before.
Look, don't let that intimidate you. The skills that you got now, where'd you get them from? From being with women and telling you what they like, right?
Yeah.
That's the key. And if this is her job, she's not gonna have no problem telling you what she likes. So if you listen to her, that's gonna take you all the way there. Don't let that intimidate you at all. That's an opportunity for serious growth. You might have a little bit of a gold mine there.
I agree and I disagree at the same time. He is right. She is going to be able to tell you whatever she likes and this, that, and the third. But the problem is that she can get bored after it's done. She can get done. She can be done. She has too high of a body count. She don't have the pair bonding skills no more. It wore all the way off on her. So if it wore all the way off on her, she's not a gold mine. She's not a gold mine. But I'm thinking the father don't know the dynamics of the relationship just yet. So let's go in.
Cam is here. I'm so excited to see my best friend from back home.
You look so beautiful. I miss
Thank
you. I'm dealing with all of our friends on my own.
Good luck with that because it's normally
I don't
me
wanna-
and you against everyone.
So what's up?
Aaron. So we had our first date and it wasn't the best. I feel like the execution of the date was like, whoa. So I'm like, okay, first date aside, let's try to figure out like, okay.
What about like no rendezvousing?
No.
Okay.
So
how is that for you?
I love sex. I truly enjoy, like the art of sex, but also if I rush into it, I'm gonna rush out of it.
Yep.
Because I could be a man eater. And it's like I've tried to like not be like that because it's like the quicker I jump into
trying new
the old wasn't working.
This is my pops right here. It's my homie Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Nice to meet you.
You've been telling me about you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet
good
you.
thing. Good to meet you, man.
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yes, sir. I'm looking at Aaron's dad, and I feel like this is the time to kind of tell him about Jody. I don't think she's for Aaron, and maybe if I can kind of tell him just a little something, maybe when he go in there and talk to her, he'll pay close attention. I hear you and I about the same age.
Oh, you're the guy.
I look at Aaron as a son.
Yeah.
Because sometimes as fathers, older fathers, we see things that our kids don't see. And I want you to really pay close attention to her. Because what I see ain't what he see. And I'm gonna see if you see it too.
So do you feel like that just with Aaron or like everybody here?
with Aaron, I just see a lot when it comes to him and Joe. She's supposed to be a sexologist, yet those are the only two in the house that's really not together.
Why is that an issue?
This girl, to me, is disconnected.
From Aaron?
Yes. It doesn't look like a proper connection to me. I'm almost willing to bet this ain't his last stop.
I know that my dad is a very observant individual, so I'm not worried with Aaron overshare with his perception of me and Jody. But at the same time, where the is this coming from?
I don't want to punish you for what someone else has done to me.
I was disappointed in myself. I was like, damn, I really lost Jody's confidence in that moment.
Yeah. What the like?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Jody. It's nice
But
to
like
see
I
you.
told you, you pay attention, use the father. So you're gonna be able to see just like I can see.
Well, you met the housemates. Woo!
Is Aaron oversharing, y'all? Is he oversharing his opinion with the father and kind of putting the seed in? Put that in the comments. One thing I'll give Jody is that I love her. That it looks like her real hair. I love that that's her real hair. It's very attractive. I mean, she is a cute chick. She's probably cuter than I was giving her credit for. Maybe it was the shape of her face or something, but all of that is her real hair. She is attractive. I see she kind of dialed herself up for her friend that was coming to visit. I don't see her dialing herself up for Aaron though. She almost frumpy when she with him. But when her friend comes, she makes sure her hair is made up and her dress is on and she looking cute for her female friend, which I find interesting. Her friend is cute too. Why are you doing all that dressing up for her and not your man? That's what I want to know. But put it in the comments, y'all. Is Aaron oversharing? Is he stepping out of bounds a little bit, or do he genuinely care for Aaron? Aaron Jr. He said he look at him like a son, and he wants, if he can't get to Aaron, he wants his father to get to him. Which one do y'all think it is? Or he's just stepping out of bounds? It ain't none of his business. He shouldn't have done that. Let the father figure it out for himself instead of him interfering. Y'all put that in the comments. Let's go.
You already heard the very unfavorable opinions of me.
I can't say that they were unfavorable opinions. People want to force their opinions on people, and I think that's just stupid.
I feel like societal norms have us thinking that people should be or kissing just because they like each other or because they have a connection. That's how they measure their connection. You know what I'm saying?
I had a question. What's your confidence level about it working?
As long as there are no outside influences, I'm very confident. If there are outside influences, that confidence kind of like, whoa, let's make sure we're straight.
I think that you could probably trust him a little bit more. Clearly he's trying. Clearly he is feeling you. And it seems that you're feeling him too. So don't make him work too hard.
In this setting, you need to kind of understand that it's y'all two right now, you know?
The peer pressure. The peer pressure. You ain't gotta be like everybody else. You like to stand out and not be like everybody else anyway.
Very true. I mean, my dad gives really sage advice, and he can see exactly what I see in her.
Oh, I heard you're a salsa dancer.
You know how to lead, I'm a good follower.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's see what she got.
That's the way that I
should have did it.
Yeah, you tweaked. She told me.
I needed that. I'm like, that was a reset to her life. She needed that. Yes.
They the dopest couple in here.
Period. And
Everybody knows it. And that's why I'm mad. All right. See ya.
The haterism is real.
bro? Good?
Yeah,
You
man.
gonna give me that with that shirt?
I ain't getting all the way in this cold out here.
Feels good in here, bro.
Aaron, tell me where you are, if you don't mind, with your relationship.
They always say there's nobody perfect, correct?
Yeah.
But there's somebody perfect for me. You feel me? She's perfect for me.
There's nothing about Diamond that you don't like.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. There's nothing about Diamond that I don't like.
That's what I'm talking about. I agree with Chris. Like, come on, man. And this is what I was saying, man, is that Aaron seems a bit open. He's wide open with Diamond. His nose is like wide open, and it just kind of tells me that he's not either being honest with himself or he's letting things get in the way of reality. Okay. It seemed like all she got to do is get him in the boom boom room and he forget all of the flaws that she has. He said nobody's perfect, but she's perfect for me. And then Chris like, you don't see nothing wrong with her? No. Come on, man. If nobody's perfect, what is it that makes her not perfect? Okay? Don't try to gas her up just because you in love, because you get to go in the boom room and suck her feet all the time. Tell me the real. Have they smashed? I don't know. It probably smashed, to be honest, because I think Diamond was talking about saving it until marriage. Aaron said something key. He said practically everybody in this house has smashed except for Aaron and Jody. So I'm thinking that he probably smashed Diamond by now, but him being wide open tells me that she got mind control. He's whipped. Okay, he's whipped. And when a man get whipped, it's all sunshine and rainbows. Chris ain't buying it. Let's go in.
Absolutely nothing.
Whoa. Perfect. That doesn't exist.
There's no way, bro.
Listen. This here, right here, what we're going through right now, was a very good thing to go through, because staying with somebody for days, you start to learn stuff that you didn't know by phone. You couldn't have got this no other way. And I haven't found anything that Diamond does to say, absolutely not. Matter of fact, I wouldn't change nothing. They don't understand my love for Diamond. Maybe if they love theirs just as much, they'll be just as far as I'm gonna get.
Is this some where y'all go back, she got to move out here for a few months before a question is popped? It's like engagement thing?
You're in love. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
She's gonna get proposed to before we leave here.
You're gonna propose before
You got my word on it.
I like that, bro. I like that.
Because I know this day forth, I don't ever want to be without her.
Yes, sir. Okay, I respect that,
She's the one for you, man.
I respect that.
You're making the chicken wings, right? Yeah. So it ain't gonna be my best, but y'all still like it.
Nah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna like it. Just chicken, we're gonna like it.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than them 4 words from y'all.
Somebody
We need to talk.
Which one is it? We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We're not cooking today, right?
No.
Okay.
They are.
Okay.
They're kicking right now.
Wait, let me check on the food.
I did want to talk to you though about me, right? And I don't want to punish you for what someone else has done, okay, to me. And I don't want to punish myself as well. I've really been through a lot. I have been raped before. And I get like flustered about it, but I can talk about it.
No, I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I'm sorry that happened.
It was my fault. I should never been over that house at 10 o'clock at night. I know better. And people were aggressive with me, and I let them be aggressive with me. And I would just take the blame for it after. I learned from that. And that's why when it comes to me like having to protect myself or feeling defensive, like I have to defend myself. And if I don't feel security and if I don't feel safe, If I don't feel safe, that masculine comes in, and then I have to protect myself because nobody's protecting me. So a man comes in my life, they're like, Millie, you keep yelling, you keep overexpressing yourself, and you're going to 10 so quickly. I'm going to 10 so quickly because I don't feel secure around y'all mother. Now you're like, oh, she's too much for me. Out of here, you and what you got going on. I don't want to be masculine. I want to be feminine, and I can't. I'm sorry, but that's just real, and that's the I've been through.
Well, I'm right here, man. Let me be strong for you as well. Is that fair enough?
I don't ask for you to be strong for me. I don't need anything from you. I don't need a man for nothing.
No, everybody needs somebody.
I don't know.
You're gonna be all right, man.
Trigger TV, ladies. Relax. Take a sip of your tea, take a sip of your coffee, whatever you got. Relax. Okay. But yeah, she just not telling him. They've known each other for 3 years. She's just not telling him about this situation. Again, I understand him being supportive, but later on it's probably gonna be like, you didn't tell me this in 3 years. Like, come on, Millie. And this whole, I don't need a man for nothing. I don't need this, that, and the third. She is overcompensating. She's a part of me feels like Millie is acting masculine as a defense mechanism. Okay, it's a traumatic type of response to what she's been through. So she's overly masculine, and all these F-bombs is leaving her mouth to try and show bravado and I'm tough, I'm a tough girl, or this, that, and the third, and you know, I'm going to detract all potential predators or whatever. Like, it seemed like a defense mechanism. Maybe Chris triggered her in some kind of way when he don't take accountability. Maybe she tried to confront the guy who did something to her, and he didn't take accountability. So that is a trigger for her, and that's triggering her emotions towards Chris. He's an innocent bystander in all of this, but for the most part in her situation. But she sees, oh, you didn't take accountability like the person who attacked me. I got a problem with you, and I'm going to come at you, and I'm going to disrespect you. Like, Chris is a punching bag for her by proxy. Well, maybe not by proxy, but he's a bit of a punching bag based on her past. I think that's what I think now. And all of this bravado and this I don't need a man stuff. Look, we all need somebody. Okay? We all need somebody. It's good to have a man for protection. Okay? If you got your man, you wouldn't be at another guy's house at 10 o'clock in that situation. And I'm not saying that it's her fault. It's not her fault. A greaseball is a greaseball, and those guys can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. But I'm noticing how she is responding and moving in life, and I think that she needs the therapy to help her get through some of these things so she can fall back into her femininity. And I think being with a guy who's a protector and a leader, this is why she's looking for that type of guy, will help her. I really think she needs to make it work with Greg. He can be her protector, and once he got her back, she don't have to worry about being all tough and all this other stuff and calling other guys out and being re-triggered by other guys. She needs to do some healing herself, but I think Greg is going to be a part of her healing process if they are together. I feel bad for her, but I kind of see through the trauma and how she is moving. And the only question I would really have for Millie is, are you receiving the help? Because it don't seem like you're receiving the help for this situation. You're still showing signs of that trauma. You're still showing signs by men who not accepting accountability, or you're still showing signs of a lot of things. Being disrespectful, calling men out of their names, okay? That's not how you get through this trauma. You get the proper help. Yourself, I don't want to say self-medicating, but you're self-diagnosing yourself. You're dealing with it with yourself, and you need help with this. And I haven't seen any signs that she has been getting help for this. So that would be my thing is, Millie, you may be worth rocking with, but only if you're getting help for this. Okay? Because if you're not getting help for this, Chris is going to be the bitch today, but me, Greg, I'm going to be the bitch tomorrow. And I'm not trying to be that. So I'm going to need you to get some help. And if you're willing to do that, maybe we can work this out. Let's go back in.
That's all right.
Don't play with anything.
You're not at this alone.
I got out of it alive, okay? You know, and that's what matters the most to me. But do I think about it sometimes? I do. I'm human.
Fellas, what's the word, man? I understand this is official state business.
Yes, sir.
Aaron, lead us, man. What's the word?
So here's the deal. We all have been here for a minute. And when we first got here, they separated us. You know, men on one end, females on the other. And I can understand that because we all really didn't know each other like that. But now everybody kind of know the person that they with. We had more people, but now 4 people is gone, so it's even more room. So there's no reason why nobody shouldn't be sleeping with the person that they're here with. And if you are sleeping with the person that you're here with and there's a third person in the room farting or something, you know, that could get uncomfortable.
Yo, first of all, who snitched on my booty burps? Who told you?
Okay, he must have smelled something.
I heard it in my room.
Or you need to be sleeping with your woman, bro.
I'm like, what the hell is that? Is that an earthquake?
The dynamic that we're just trying to change is that we're trying to put all of us in a room with our girls. You know, they're already in their room. Greg and his girls already in their room. You know, he already got the boom boom room. Me and you are sleeping in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Aaron, you're gonna have to build a nest, man. Construct something, man.
Oh my God, is this an intervention right now? What the hell?
You gotta talk to your girls so you could.
Me and Jody's whole thing, the entire time we've been here, has been the whole thing about respecting each other's boundaries.
Everybody wants to be with their girl at this point. Aaron don't seem like he want to. I don't see a connection with Aaron and Joanna. That means something is wrong there. Y'all got enough bed that even if y'all still want to sleep separate, you could, because you got 20 beds in there.
Yeah, you know, just so we can all be on the same page, that's all.
We on the same page.
Okay, that's it.
You should do it now. Because at some point in time, we're gonna go to bed.
I'm not sure exactly how Jody's gonna react about this situation with moving the beds, but I get so high and caught up in the moment, it's in my head like, well, I might as well do it.
Ready?
Yes, sir, let's go. Go over there. Okay.
All right.
We'll get up.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
You think she gonna react? First of all, after y'all pushed them together, I pulled them back apart.
Oh, for real?
I'm not about to get me punched.
That's what I'm saying. You know you're a woman,
You wanna come on this bed?
I'm lying in bed, can't sleep, just looking up. Jody's bed next to mine. After dating online for 8 months, I finally got to meet Jody in person. And I'm trying to progress our relationship, so it makes sense to push these beds together.
I agree.
Aaron, what the
Jody's reaction to me pushing the beds together,
You disappointed me. For me to feel pressure to do anything, now I'm uncomfortable.
I was gonna give her a kiss on the forehead good morning when she wakes up like Michael Myers, like she's about to throw hands. But it was just like, whoa, don't touch Jody while she's sleeping.
You know how I feel about boundaries.
Yeah.
And I've respected your boundaries from the jump.
The entire time.
In that moment, I was like, we're not on the same page. We're not. Aaron did something that I felt was an invasion of my privacy.
I was disappointed in myself. I was like, damn, I really lost Jody's confidence in that moment.
Yeah.
That's probably my moment where I finally got out of character.
I want to make sure that Aaron understands that it may come off as like something super small, but it's like it means something to me. I just want you to remain who you are. And last night, I didn't see it.
I don't know why I'm a little triggered by this, but I'm like, look, do you really expect this dude? It's at this point, it's not fair to him. You really expect this dude to still want to work anything out with you, be in a relationship with you? You don't even want your beds touching? It ain't like he got on. It ain't like he did nothing over malicious or salacious. He just pushed the bed. He just want to feel the heat from your body heat, and you're going to crucify this guy for that? What is your motives, Jody? Because if you're a so-called sexologist, you mean to tell me you're not in tune with what is called intimacy? Intimacy is first chapter in sexology, which tells me there's something else going on. I feel sorry for Aaron. The guy is trying to get close to this chick. She just don't seem to be interested. And I don't know how many days have gone by in this house, but you had two couples who have left already. And you have all the couples who want to be in the same room with each other. Jody, don't you feel like y'all moving super slow at this moment? You have even another woman who has been touched unfairly, let's just put it that way, who still want to be in a room with Greg. And you don't want your bed. First of all, you got 20 beds in that room, and you don't even want your beds to touch your beds. This, ladies, is why body count matters. And I know that she has a history too, where she was touched as a youngin. I know her fear. She don't want to get bored with him, and she don't want him to get bored of her once they do it. But a relationship cannot function like this. Okay, with that mentality, you're never going to want to be intimate with them. You're only going to want to be intimate with guys that you can get rid of. Okay, you don't have to call them no more. You can block their number, whatever the case may be. That's not a way. I said in the previous episode that Sanaya, who left the show, her relationship software was totally corrupt. I'm going to say that about Jody now. Her relationship software is totally corrupt. I don't think this chick knows how to do relationships. Aaron Sr., they say he's a hater, but he's spot on. He's spot on. This chick is not for Aaron. And, you know, I don't think she know how to do relationships. I really don't. There's nothing in this situation that tells me she don't even want to spend time with him. She want to be in another room. You do your thing, I do my thing. And we'll come together when, you know, Taronda will call all the cast members together and we'll participate half-ass in a whole bunch of activities that the show got going on. But once that's over with, we do our own thing. If you had to be on a TV show with an enemy, it would look a lot like this. Like an old ex-baby daddy that done you wrong for years, it will look like this. Like you go into divorce court tomorrow, it would look like this. So if this what you call working on your relationship, I picture this being the next couple that is going to be gone. And I think Jody needs to get some psychological help. They should see the relationship therapist at this point. Aaron should say, look, Taronda, we got to see a couples therapist immediately if there's any hope of this lasting, because I'm almost out the door. I got one foot out the door. All right, that's how Aaron should be moving. Let's see what happened.
I just want you to remain who you are through this process.
I will. Actually,
last night I didn't see it.
Yeah, I know I disappointed you last night.
Yeah.
I was disappointed in myself. I was like, damn, I really lost Jody's confidence in that moment. So yeah, last night, I would say I probably allowed my ego in a moment to get the better of me. When the guys and I were on the couch and everybody's speaking about how people are paired off and people were like, well, what are y'all gonna do? It was like, all right, you plan on having a conversation about this. And I usually don't allow pressure to get to me in that kind of way, but I definitely feel like it wasn't in that moment difficult to sway me.
I very specifically told you, like, this makes me uncomfortable because I feel like you're succumbing to the pressure of other people when we were already getting in our groove and we were moving at a really healthy pace for both of us. And then for me to feel pressure to do anything now, now I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, I was super disappointed. I was.
For both of y'all, why are you speaking for him? And when he talks, you interrupt him. That's why Aaron Sr. says, speak up. Speak up, man. Don't let her put words in your mouth. It was comfortable for both of us. Aaron, this is a time you need to speak up, bruh. That's not comfortable for me. You're moving at a snail's pace. This is way too slow. I don't even know how your body feels. My love language is physical touch. I'm not getting that from you. I wonder, does she care what his love language is, or did he even express it? I'll let a chick know my love language is right off the bat. so we don't waste each other's time. Physical touch, acts of service. Okay? That's how you get me and keep me, but you got to keep doing that. All right? They need to talk. They need to go to a therapist and talk to a therapist and talk about love languages, because his is not getting met at all. And he too scared to confront her about it. Let's go in.
Pace for both of us. And then for me to feel pressure to do anything now, like now I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, I was super disappointed. I was. And even as like early this morning when you woke up and then you tried to kiss me on my forehead, you saw how I reacted.
Oh, absolutely. That won't be happening while you sleep no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know people don't understand it. I feel like a lot of people are used to women like, oh my God, hold me while I sleep and do this and do that. And I'm not, that's not me. It's not me.
I don't want you feeling uncomfortable again. And I won't be allowing that to get between us again. I do apologize. Sincerely. It is.
Like I said, man, it seemed like when it comes to apologies, men are 1,000 to 1 with women. I hardly ever see a woman apologize. I see a man apologizing all the time. Just got done seeing not only Aaron apologizing, I think I got 3 apologies already. Aaron, who else? Both Aarons. Aaron Sr. too, he apologized to Diamond. It's 1,000 to 1, ladies. Y'all got to catch up, okay? Because it's making a lot of ladies look a certain type of way. Almost entitled. It's like men can come to terms with where they make mistakes. I'm gonna need women to step it up and be more accountable for their actions too. This guy is making a sacrifice, okay? To protect her feelings, he's sacrificing his own needs. What's gonna end up happening is he's gonna grow resentful. He's gonna grow resentful. Resentment is gonna grow because he's not gonna be getting his love language. It's only a matter of time. He's saying all the right things now, maybe because he's on camera. Greg was saying all the right things now, maybe because he's on camera with Millie. Aaron's saying all the right things now, maybe because he was on camera with Diamond. You know, all these guys is over apologetic and I'm sorry and I don't want to move like that and I was out of character, all of this other stuff. I ain't seeing none of the women apologize for nothing. This is just what I'm seeing. You see something different, you point it out to me. All right? Point it out to me. But he's sacrificing his own happiness. And men do this all the time. Men do this all the time. We sacrifice our own happiness to make or to make our women happy. A lot of women don't do that for men. I would say most women don't do that for men. Anyway, let's go in.
The goal of mine right now, to just make sure you feel safe and protected.
Thanks.
For the record, this is my 3rd time washing dishes. I ain't doing it no more. I'm just playing. Did Aaron tell you about his night last night? Greg peer pressuring in his ass.
We had a conversation this morning when we talked, and I'm like, why are you allowing other people to tell you how to deal with me when you know me?
Right.
I told him, I was like, yo, everybody in the house don't know I was sexually abused. So I have a real issue with people touching me in my sleep. I instantly, if you touch me in my sleep, I'm waking up and I'm like, I'm
ready to fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a trigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, but you knew that. And you know why I feel the way I feel. So it's like, okay. And it's like, I can't help that. Like, that's why I approach things the way I approach them. That's why I have the boundaries that I have. This is why I'm not overly emotional. I think super rational. I am this way for a reason. Do I know it's a trauma response? For sure. But that's just who I am right now. And I mean, we're living together. I want you guys to know a little bit more about me. So here it is. That's why I became a sexologist, because I was very uncomfortable with sex and my body and myself. So it's like, I took that head on and I'm like, now I'm gonna study it. Now I'm gonna like overstudy it. That way, anybody that ever feels like, oh, you know what? I don't enjoy sex because of what I've been through, I can help them through that.
I didn't know that you were sexually abused. I never knew that. This is my first time hearing this. Never knew that.
Yeah.
Right? And I apologize for that. But he said that. Remember, he was like, oh, I don't want to do anything that's gonna make her feel uncomfortable nor mad. It's probably partially our faults as the guys, because we sat down and we talked to him as a group with no malicious intent, obviously, you know, but simply because we were all sleeping with our women, so we're like, you should go sleep with yours, right?
Yeah, obviously we, just like everybody else, got stuff to work on. Our communication is good. That was just a moment of disconnect. I thought we were here with it. At any point we not here with it, come talk to me. We have to work at a pace that makes sense. And I respect your boundaries. I'm real heavy on my boundaries too. You gotta respect me. You have to. I don't disrespect people. I'm not a disrespectful person. Am I loud? Yeah.
I already told y'all.
Do I say some that, you may not like for sure. But it's like, but I'm never disrespectful. I don't disrespect
Everybody
people.
does.
I'm real heavy on respect.
I know what some of the ladies are thinking. Mike, have a heart, have some sympathy. I do have some sympathy with a lot of these ladies and their situation. Like I said, I was in a relationship like that before, okay? And I know to myself, I cannot do that again. Just me personally. These guys probably got the time to do that. I don't, okay? I don't have time to give a woman so much time that I'm cheating myself at that point, okay? Greg is there for Millie, good for him. Aaron is there for Jody, good for him. But it's a long fucking road. I know. I'm not talking because I don't know what I'm talking about. I've lived this already, okay? I've lived this already. I know. It's a long fucking road. The question I would ask these women is, are you getting the help? Are you getting the help? It's very understandable why a very attractive Jody would have a 9-month relationship with a guy online. It's very understandable why a very attractive Millie would have a 3-year relationship with a guy online. Is because psychologically it's a safe zone. Okay? It's a safe zone. They can have a man and not have to worry about the physical part. It makes sense now. Okay? It makes sense why these attractive women are looking for love online, because they don't have the physical pressure of being with their men. But you got to be in a frame of mind where you're going to have to get some help for this if you want the physical man to be in your life forever. A lot of times when women get in these situations, they stay stuck. That's when it becomes unfair to the men. They stay stuck in their ways. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to change nothing. They don't want you to even have your beds touch. Okay? It's like a recovering alcoholic of a man or a drug addict of a man, right? He been clean for 3 years, okay? And you know, he has a relapse. He has a relapse, and he never got the help for it. He never got the help, never went to AA, never went to any place to, you know, to get rehab. And I'll give you another example. He's a drug addict, and he never went to rehab. He just still is one. Okay? And he never had to worry about it because he met you online. And when you're online, he's a fun guy. He's a cool guy to talk to, even though you didn't know he was cracked up most of the time. You meet in person, you find out this guy is a drug addict. Okay? And he's been for the last 3 years. But you're emotionally tied to him now. What are you gonna say? Bruh, you gotta get some help for this. I didn't know I was signing up for this. I didn't know this at first. We were not connected. We wasn't physically together. So I didn't know that you were doing this behind the scene. I didn't know this. You had this trauma about yourself. I'm saying the same thing to the ladies. Look, you were in the safe zone because we were on the internet, right? And I didn't see all of the issues or the traumas that you had. But now that we together, and now that I know, you got to get help for this. I'm saying the same thing to the ladies that you would say to that drug addict man that came into your life 3 years ago, just disclosed it soon as he met you, soon as y'all met, and some women will be like, skip this, I'm out. You wouldn't even get a guy a shot. Let's be real. You wouldn't even get a guy a shot. Oh, you on this? I got to deal with this? You want me to help you through this, help you heal? I don't have time for that. A lot of women will say that to men. If they ran into a drug addict guy, no, I'm not sticking around for this. I can't necessarily say I blame you, but I'm saying the same thing about the women. Get help for this. Try to save this, or I don't see how we can continue, because I will be cheating myself at that point. Let's go back in.
Hey guys.
How you doing? Good evening.
Millie, it was brought to my attention that you wanted to have a conversation with Greg about what are your expectations in you guys' relationship. You also expressed that you wanted to talk to Greg about some of your past trauma. So I decided to bring my good sis here, Dr. Allie, so that she can kind of help you guys navigate through this. So I'll leave you three to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm a relationship expert. I have a PhD in clinical psychology, and I come to coach people specifically in the space of relationships. So what is something that you wanted to talk about today?
Yes. So, I've been sexually abused. I told him about that, and I'm not going to make that affect our relationship just because I've been through trauma. You get what I'm saying? So,
Can I understand the trauma a little bit more?
yeah, so, been raped and things like that. Like,
it was
just like when I
date
first
rape?
came to California at 22 years old and like I have nowhere to stay. Like, so I'm just like dealing with certain, like talking to certain people when I'm not supposed to be talking to certain people.
You're safe?
I'm safe.
It's okay.
It's hard to hear, and I'm so sorry that you've gone through that, babe.
Thanks, babe.
How did you process those traumas?
I just like, I'm a type of person when something that happened to me, like someone yelled at me or someone like mistreated me, I would act out and curse them out. Like I would literally go from 1 to 10 and I would stay on 10 because I'm not having it.
But you still have a little bit of the 0 to 10 in you.
It's a 9.5.
I just always feel like I have to defend myself.
But when you're re-experiencing a trauma, you literally go back there, you see it, you feel it, you smell it, you're experiencing it all over
I get
again.
mad.
And so when you're mad, you're not gonna be soft and sweet and kind. And Craig, you can actively help her calm down when you are triggered. Whenever you talk about it, you touch your hair.
Yeah.
So
Got
these are the
that.
things we
And I
wanna be
scratch
paying
my head
attention to so that as she's ramping up, you can also be a part of the system to kind of like help her slow down. So what did you think about what she just said? I actually saw you kind of looking off into the distance while she was talking, and so I felt like maybe something in her story kind of triggered another thought for you.
I just appreciate that she's comfortable enough to share with me if she felt compelled to, and it's just terrible that it's happened to her. I've got my own traumatic experiences. Like I keep quiet. Like yesterday when we had this, I didn't say anything.
You have a lot of expressions right now, Millie.
You see how he doesn't know how to respond to my traumas. I just talked about I got raped and now he's just over here talking about trauma.
Well, what I'm seeing, I'm gonna be honest, what I'm seeing is two traumatized people who are having a hard time being there for each other because you both need to be there for yourselves first. So, Craig, tell me a little bit about your trauma.
I've never spoken to anybody about this because it's something that, you kind of purge from your mind. I don't know, I know it's,
Why, Millie, are you so annoyed? Why are you so annoyed that Greg has a trauma? You're annoyed because it's not all about you? What is all of this attitude? Oh, I just told him about my situation and now we got to talk about him? We can't talk about him. We gotta stay on you. You want him to be understanding about your traumas. Are you willing to be understanding about his? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I said to myself, I can't do this again. Look, I feel sorry for your situation and your trauma, but I personally couldn't do this again. I already know. She don't even want to hear what happened to him. She don't care. She only care about what happened to her. It's all about me. This is another way I think that she hasn't gotten the help that she needs. Almost, I don't want to say she wants to stay a victim, but she certainly wants all the attention on her. Let's go back in.
See y'all when I get back.
Today, I have a photo shoot planned for Jody and I. Those moments are building up a certain tension.
We're trickling back now. You're in the doghouse again. Greg has to earn my trust to move forward.
Why is this lady saying that you tried to her?
I don't know.
Why do she have that ammo?
So let me predict something. In the next episode, Greg is going to have to apologize and Josh is going to have to apologize. That will make it all the men in the house. Once those two guys apologize, all the men in the house, I want to hear at least, give me one apology from one woman, please. Or is all the men F-ups? Are they all F-ups? Are the women without any faults in themselves. I haven't heard the Josh and Shay situation. I haven't heard the all of the. I got a good idea about the Millie and Greg situation, but not all of it. But this is something else. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I really would like to know. Am I off on something? Put it in the comments. I'll respond. You know I will. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Respect your man.
He can't take the truth.
What's the truth?
That you ain't you are egotistical.
I'm not
you
to
are.
who?
And you to me
you?
you're not. To me, you're short.
But I don't
You're
give a who you are.
small.
I don't give
You're small.
So you seen my you seen my
heard it was.
You heard it was
But
small.
I heard it was, and guess who said it too?
What is wrong with this girl?
You can never have a woman like
You're
me.
ugly.
Because I'm a
You're the fakest. You're the fakest one in this house.
I'm the fakest.
You're the fakest because you're
looking
fake.
in the mirror,
You're
bitch.
fake. I
You're
was
looking
trying to
in the
respect
mirror.
you.
You're looking
You
in
keep
the
calling
mirror.
me a
At your
bitch.
back.
Show me your bank account. Show me your bank account. Show me your bank account. Where is it at? Where is it at?
Bro, man.
What